Welcome one and all to Caterer Oval here at St Peter's for the Adelaide Footy League Division 1 game between St Peter's Old Collegians and Broadview Tigers Football Club. My name is Vince Cosme and I'm joined today by Beck Northcote. Hello Beck, how are you?
Hi Vince, I'm good. Good to be here with you. Our first time combining as a duo. Iconic day.
It is a little bit dreary, a bit overcast, a little bit of drizzle during the reserves game, won comfortably by Broadview, and very important game for both teams today. We have a look at where they're situated. Broadview in 6th, equal with Caterer Gully and with Brighton on 6 wins. St Peter's on 4 wins, half a game behind Goodwood, who they came from the clouds last week with an excellent second half to do the double over Goodwood and get themselves within half a game and potentially keep their season alive. So they only had 1 win in the first 10 games. Well, they obviously had the second win, but their points were taken away from their game against Old Ignatians, but they've won 3 of the past 5 to reignite their possibility to stay up in the elite division. And this is almost last chance saloon for them today against Broadview. Their last 2 games will be against Sacred Heart and Port Districts. They'll be very, very tough assignments. As for their opponents, they are in good form. They've beaten the 2 teams they're level with, fighting for 5th spot recently in both Caterer Gully and Brighton. Had that heartbreaking loss last week on the siren with the goal from Bo Schwartz, which kept Glenunga at the top of the table. So this is the last 3 games they play. Obviously today against St Peter's, they've got Old Ignatians, the bottom side, next week, and finish with the 8th side against Goodwood at home. And if they're able to get those 3 wins, they will finish in 5th spot. So very important game for both sides today. How do you see it unfolding?
Well, I think as you said, on paper you'd go 6th versus 9th. What's that about? Not much to go on there, but yeah, a lot to play for here. I think Broadview just got to come out and prove a point. If they finish 5th, you've got to do the hard work in the final. So I think that starts now. They just got to win these games when they're under the pump and get a really strong start heading in towards finals, because to do it from 5th is obviously the hardest spot. And for Spock, maybe just putting something into their season to give them a bit more credit for it. As you said, the start of their season was pretty horrible. They didn't win too many games, so maybe just have a bit of a positive spin to the end of the season, keep them out of that relegation zone. So yeah, as we've both mentioned, a lot more going on here than you'd think in a 6 versus 9 game.
Yeah, it's a very important game for both sides. I mean, and as you said, these games, next 3 games, Broadview are probably expected to win all 3, and sometimes that creates its own pressure and expectation, being the favourite, when especially for a team that's come up from Division 2, and really your first ambition in your first year is just to make sure that you survive. But they've gone beyond that now, both them and Sacred Heart obviously entrenched in the top 4, and Broadview as well, that both of the teams that have been promoted could find themselves playing finals in their first year in Division 1, which is quite extraordinary really, and a credit to both the promoted teams. St Peter's, their season's really come alive in the last 5 weeks with those 3 wins. They were as good as gone in terms of relegation, but they have managed to get themselves right back in the fight, and their chance, if they can get the points today, that they will have that opportunity to maybe stay up and continue in the elite division. But for both teams today, 2 changes as well. In for this week, Harry Cadmore and Fergus Carruthers for St Peter's out. Harry Cudmore and Fergus Carruthers. In Will Carter and Hugh Hazeman. For Broadview, 2 changes as well. Joshua Shepherd and Jacob Relotta are out, and Kobe Russell's a big in for them, their leading goal kicker, and Jack Fergus as well. Obviously some of the players we're looking forward to watching today. The captain of Broadview, Jay O'Leary, who copped a little bit of a ribbing for kicking point of the year last week on the show during the week. Sorry about that, Jay, but it was a magnificent point. Sam Daniele, very good last week, Sam Daniele. Logan McKinnon Collins played on Abe Davis a lot of the day, and they're just like two big bull mastiffs at each other. It was a fascinating contest between the two of them, and both were influential for their team. We love the Adonis, John Vrodos. He's 11 times named in St. Peter's best players. James Higgin, Charlie Allen and Johnny Reid also been very, very influential for them. As we said, we got two Russells at either end of the ground. Brett Russell on 27 goals, and then Kobe Russell on 15 as leading goal kickers for their teams. And a few others as well. James Higgins again with 18, as well as his 9 times in the best players, so he'll be very influential there. Really not sure what to expect here. The only thing I could come out of what I saw, I had a bit of a look at the table there. It's interesting that Broadview are averaging 1 goal more per game than St. Peter's, and conceding 1 goal less. So, you know, over the course of the first 15 games, that's only a 2-goal buffer really between these two teams, and so you'd expect on that, and given the conditions are a little bit drizzly, it's going to be a really, really tight contest.
Yeah, absolutely, and could be at risk at turning into one of those close, scrappy games, you know, stoppages all over the place. You can see the mud in the middle of the ground. Saw some guys coming off in the twos looking a bit browner than they were when they came out, so I think it's going to be important for whichever team can come out of the blocks here, have a strong start, and try and play as clean a footy as you can in these conditions.
So players are moving into position at the moment. Broadview will be going to the left of screen, which is the northern end of the ground. St. Peter's kicking to the college end, the southern end. And it's going to be interesting to see here. Looking forward to one of the big contests is going to be Big Sam Potter and Chol Anyang. I like the way Anyang went about it last week, and we'll be interested to see how he goes today. So Potter gets the first tap. Ball goes out wide. Quick kick forward there by Ben McGill. Goes towards the wing. First one on it is Patrick Fahey. Smothers applied. Little has a bit of an airy. And Yang's got it now, goes with the handball. Good handball to Manning. Broadview trying to, all through hands, trying to get some clearance out of the middle. Ball comes on wide to a one-on-one. Excellent mark taken there by Marcus Roberts. He plays on straight away, gets the ball inside forward 50. Charlie Allen lurking. But Broadview with the opportunity now to bring the ball. Is that going to be a push in the back against Roberts? I think it will be. And it'll be Cooper O'Leary, younger brother of the Broadview captain, with the ball. So he goes up towards Ralph. Ball goes over the back of the pack. Collision at the back. Elex Stay involved there. Good tackle applied by the captain there, Duncan. And umpire will come in and ball it up. So tap down from Anyang to Little, to O'Leary, to Daniele. So Sam Daniele's kick up towards centre half forward. Oh, excellent mark taken in defence there by Johnny Reid. Been very, very impressed with his consistency this year, Johnny Reid.
You'd love to have him in your back line, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been one of the leading intercept defenders. So the ball comes to O'Leary again, goes on the non-preferred. Reid again at the back. Gets the fist to it this time, but only as far as Day. Day to Daniele. Which way? Oh, beats around his opponent now. Has a shot on goal. Daniele has missed to the near side. Opening score goes to the Tigers. They are one behind. St. Peter's yet to score.
Look, just a little bit frantic there at the end for the finish, I think. Probably had a little bit more time, I think, to line it up, but that's okay. Sometimes it's good to just get one on the board. They can try and lock it in this forward 50 now, can the Tigers. So kick out will come now, and it just completely went over the intended target's head, and mark taken there by Alex Day. Just, I don't know if that was a brain fade or what, but the kick there was just
a bit too heavy, wasn't it?
Way
just
too
unlike
heavy.
Reed too. Normally he's beautiful disposal of the ball.
Well, he's been very composed early. You saw him take that mark and he was up there getting the fist in the contest, but just did not hit the target there. So the Day now, shot on goal, comes off the boot, looks all right and puts it through. So Day for the Tigers. Great turnover, read it well, sends it through for their first goal. So they move to 1-1-7. St. Peter's yet to score.
So well done to Elex Day. That's the opening goal of the game. That's a good start for the Tigers. They've had the majority to play, and down this end of the ground where we are in the pocket. So long may that continue. It's much easier to be able to call it when it's right in front of you.
It is. They do tend to play on that far wing at this oval, so if they can keep it over here, it'd be good for us.
That's right.
Well, we're back in the centre now. Potter got first hands to it, but the roving went the way of Broadview. Gets picked up now by McGill for St. Peter's. He's been around it early, and you know he always will be. Came over the back, did D. Cesare. Couldn't get the mark though, couldn't quite finish it off, and they just keep pushing the ball onto that far wing that we were just talking about.
Commentator's curse. So Potter wins it down, but it's sharked by Broadview. Kick inside looking for Ralph. Not quite there. Front and centre St. Peter's, and the ball goes out wide. Mark not taken. So is that Little with the handball looking for O'Leary, now applying a tackle. Tackle is broken and ball out towards the wing. Charlie Allen's there, gets the handball off. Fay gets the ball inside forward 50, looking there for Russell. Oh, as he pulled off the ball, the umpire didn't see it. Allows play to go on. McKinnon Collins shrugs one. Ball now moved with hands to centre wing, and Tigers looking to go back inside forward 50 again. Good punch from defence, avoids, allows Broadview the opportunity. Oh gee, poor just trying to check who that is. It's
looks like Reed.
Reed might have caught one in the breadbasket there. Good spoil. But I think he's got one in the breadbasket in the meantime.
Oh dear, but he's still getting up.
Taking a while to get up, the poor bugger. Unattended Potter, but ends up with Hamish Ralph. Goes out wide Little. Looking there for his skipper and O'Leary. The ball beats them both and goes over the boundary line.
Well, I think they just need a bit more chat to Potter there in the ruck. He got first hands to it and it just couldn't get it down to his midfielders. So need to work on that. You can see he gets to the front of the contest again. He tries to do the roving himself this time. Went down pretty far for a tall man, but be over the boundary again. Getting into that territory we talked about of stoppage football. Umpire throw it in deep in the pocket. Potter's up again. Gets it more towards his own teammates this time, but they were a bit fumbly. They sort it out now, try and go down the middle. They haven't really got anyone there. It's a 2-on-1 to Broadview's advantage. They use that now. A few bodies flying everywhere here. Send it inside 50. No mark taken. The kick comes out. It was a dead-eye kick there. Well played. St. Peter's now. They just got to sharpen up the skills here. They don't manage to. The ball's turned over again. They're going to do with it here, and it will be a mark to Carlisle. Throws it on the left boot. He's got a lead coming at him. The spoil from behind from Stuart Rattray was great, but they're still working hard here, Broadview. Second effort, but the kick goes through for just a behind. Ooh.
Wow, that was back and forth between the arcs there till O'Leary broke the shackles and had the shot on goal, but offline from Cooper O'Leary. So the ball comes back in. That's a bit better this time. Finds Marcus Roberts, true centre half back. He's going to take the broadcast side. Goes towards the wing. Pack flies front and centre perfectly, Hamish Allen. Tackled though, ball flies loose. O'Leary's kick was slightly smothered. Pack forms and we will have a ball up right on centre wing, just near the Broadview interchange and the coach's tent there. Right on top, Sam Potter this time gets it down. Good work, ends up with Vrodos. Now the handball goes to Allen. Allen's kick on the left, out towards centre wing. Oh, clever play there. Ben McGill just couldn't quite take the tap. And ball's going to end up in front of Day over the boundary line. And we'll have a throw in just forward of centre wing here for the Tigers. They're 1-2-8. Spock yet to trouble the scorer.
And we've got a Spock player hopping along off here. Had a bit of trouble with his ankle there, but he's hopping faster than a kangaroo there. Have to have a look at who he is.
That's Nick Michaels. Oh, that's one of their certainly their better players.
Hopefully they can just wrap him up and get him back on. As the ball drops short of the stoppage there. Broadview try and get it out there through Little. Got hot hands on it today. And there was a bit of a fend off there, so they'll be holding the ball. Spock, they've got to look to attack now and got to be a bit cleaner with their seal because Broadview are ready to turn it over. They go for the short option. And play on, look to go towards inside 50. The leads are on, they almost spoiled each other, the Spock forwards there. A bit more chat needed. But here they go again, they're going to have to do it the hard way. Dribbles towards the boundary, sending it in towards the goal line, but it'll go over. That'll be last touch or a throw in. Looks like a throw in. So we're deep inside the St. Peter's 50 here. They'd really like a score here because they've got a big donut on the scoreboard right now. Chol was at the front there for the stoppage though. They've come out the back with it. The goal goes through and it's Duncan with the captain's goal.
Oh, James Duncan.
Well done to Duncan there. He just read it better, got out the back of the pack and just ran through for an easy goal in the end. Look, I asked them to score while they were inside 50. They managed to do it, so my little earpiece to the Spock bench is working.
So well done to James Duncan there. Good captain's goal. That's their opening score. And it's 2 points the margin here. About halfway through the first quarter. So tight opening. Probably exactly as you mentioned before the game. We're expecting it probably a low scoring game. It's not really a forwards day, and both these teams have struggled to put the score on the board this year. So doesn't matter. We don't mind a low-scoring game. That generally means it's close, and that's all we want. So big Lockwood this time up in the ruck gets the tap down, but it will go back to the umpire for a secondary stoppage. This time they wrestle. Lockwood again. Was looking for Frodos, it just eluded him. And we'll go for a third stoppage in the middle here. Umpire eventually throws it up. Lockwood again, 3 taps. This time there's a bit of an advantage. There's a short kick, goes inside 50. Coming through there was Hamish Allen. He's tackled immediately and has been pinged. Umpire allows play to go on with the advantage. McKinnon Collins can't quite take the mark. Butters up, gets it on the second attempt. Good pressure from McGill, but McKinnon Collins gets it out to Madding. Madding goes looking for Little. Goes over the back. Little, O'Leary applying the pressure. Belperio, is he going to be caught? He is. Well done there by the skipper. Lead's coming, but O'Leary not sure which way to go. I think he's just going to pop it up now. He does. To about 15 out. Lockwood's got in prime position here. Gets the fist on it. Ralph applies the tackle right next to the behind post. Deep in attack here for the Tigers, looking for their second goal. They lead by 2 points. We've played 12 minutes here in the first quarter. So tap down, ball on the ground, is going to dribble over the boundary line, and we'll now have a boundary throw in about 10 metres around from the Broadview goal.
Right, dangerous spot here, but Spock have got a lot of numbers behind the ball. You can see them protecting the goal line. They use them now through Stuart Rattray, tries to clear it out. No mark was taken though. They could have used one there on the 50. They're going to have to do it the hard way now, Spock. Umpire circling, he says, I'll have it. Ball wasn't coming out of there, so the Broadview 50 now. Rucks go up, no real clean tap to be seen here, and it's just all over the ground. You see everyone trying to jump on that ball. Who can get that first advantage? Dowling was trying to get it, but he was jumped on straight away.
A lot of players around the ball.
There is a lot of numbers, and that's when it can get into that sort of ugly footy, because you just can't get the ball anywhere, and it's stoppage after stoppage. There's Little trying to get it out there. He's done for holding the ball there. You can see he just had a bit too much time there, so we pressed out wide. Someone's put the 21 on.
We'll have to check who that is.
Try to go out wide there. Forwards hadn't quite had time to push back there for Spock, so got to do it by hand. Was with Hamish Allen. He sends it to the goal square, and it's a huge mark as the umpire paid it. The crowd's paid it, so I'd say the umpire has too. Just had eyes for the footy there. Wait till he turns around so I can see who it is. Russell, Brett Russell. So great mark taken there in the goal square. He should put this through. Must have been just outside the square because he's kicking on the angle. Well, he's gone very close to that right-hand post, but he puts it through for Spock's second goal. So Brett Russell with a great mark and conversion there, and give Spock the lead for the first time in this game, Vic.
Yeah, so 14 minutes played, and Russell kicks goal number 28. So he's certainly in a team that has struggled a little. He's doing his job. He's probably kicked almost 20% of their score, actually. So it's a really good effort from him as a key forward to be doing so well. 28 goals for the season. I think either 5th or 6th in the goal kicking tally. So well done, Brett Russell. Up they go. Lockwood again gets the ball down. Handball to Caterer, but his handball is spoiled. Allows Broadview to get the ball inside.
Oh dear.
Inside 50, that wasn't good. It didn't look good from McKinnon Collins.
It's a horrible late hit.
And yeah, he'll be off for a little spell.
Card came out straight away too.
So Marcus Roberts will get the 25 as well. He's up, that's good to see. Decides to go to the outer side. Punch from behind. Ball right out on the wing. Might end up going over. It's just staying in at the moment. Now the pack forms around. Quick handball comes out. Spock inside 50. Ooh. Mark almost taken there. That was Brett Russell again. That one is going to be out on the full, the relieving kick from Broadview, so no relief for them whatsoever. And Spock will look to get into a damaging position here again. The kick goes in long and strong. It's going to land about 20 metres out. Anyang at the front. Mark over the back. No. Not paid. Off hands. And we'll have a ball up. Right in front of goal. This time Anyang gets it down. Good tackle there by Duncan. Applied. Well, umpire's called it a bit high. Maybe. Yes, umpire's called it a bit high. Not a good tackle there by James Duncan. And we'll have a charge for Broadview here to relieve. So they decide to go across goal, just short. We'll just go short again. All this happening still inside their defensive 50. Now the long kick comes out, looking for Anyang, and Lockwood beats both of them. Ball comes off hands, off the pack. Over here to Faye. Faye's kick. Can't quite take it there, Duncan, but butters up with the second attempt. Kick goes in towards the pocket. All the ball's been overrun by the Broadview defender. down there. It's deep in the forward pocket here. Pack forming again, very scrappy. There seems to be that happening quite a bit. There's the balls hitting the ground and a lot of swooping around and numbers around the ball, but it'll be a stoppage here and another opportunity for Spock.
Yeah, as you said, very crowded around that stoppage zone. You can see there's maybe 4 people past the halfway mark, really. There's another pair of players in the square, but just everyone in this half of the footy. So, a bit of a high tackle there, I would have thought. So that's going to go to Rodos, I think. And oh no, we're getting a bit passionate there in the contest.
Players just introducing themselves.
It's nice to see, isn't it?
And
it's been turned over.
Reversed. Wow.
Okay, well, all right. Well, the team's going to have to settle here. There's obviously a bit of passion in this game. As we said, there is something to play for both teams. Crowd already getting involved. We've already seen a yellow card. We've seen a bit of push and shove here. So a bit of just meaning into this game. Ball now with Dave for Broadview. See who can just get themselves settled now and get back into playing footy. None of this other rubbish. They try and send it into the middle, but the pressure there from James Duncan was a lot, making them work for it. It'll come out now through Wilson for Broadview. They're pretty much back where they started. They'll go again, come through Danielle. Always seems like he's got so much time with the ball, Danielle. He's looking for Chol. Couldn't quite get it. The steady of Johnny Reid there, but hits up his opposition player. It'll be Broadview again. They're going to try a different angle, but great intercept taken in the middle of the ground there. Rodos. Well, I think you and TJ have got a little thing going on with Rodos, because as soon as you hear him, you're up and about.
Oh, we love him, Johnny Rodos. His kick goes into the middle. He's found Higgins, been a very important player for Higgins, for Spock Higgins. His kick goes deep in 50. Looking for Russell there again. The kick's there, smothered. Faye's kick smothered, but it comes out to Russell on the left. Doesn't quite get the distance. The goalkeeper's there. And the kick will go out towards Manning on the far side. So Manning, halfback. He decides to lodge. Yang Yang's all by himself. Gee, how does that happen? Feeds the handball off. Now the kick's going to come out looking for Ralph. Ralph, excellent ball from behind by the hyphen Stuart Rattray. That's been a very good offensive move. Now Faye's got it. His kick goes in towards forward 50. And there may be a free kick paid here. It will be. Free kick here to Spock for some holding before the contest. And opportunity here for them to wrestle back the lead in this one. Would increase their lead. Wow, 2-1, so they will increase their lead here. And Charlie Dowling has the chance here to kick their third, as we've just entered time on. So Dowling, in he comes directly in front. It might hold its line enough, does it? We have to wait on the umpire. Crowd thinks it does, so umpire, yes, he agrees. 3-1. Good start by the Blues.
Well, they've done well here. I think I've seen them in other games where they've sort of just let sides get on top of them, let things happen to them. They've got it inside 50 and not much going on, but I really like the way they've been able to lock it in their 50. They're playing a lot more attacking style of footy, so they'll be wanting to keep that up for sure.
Yeah, bright start. They're in good form. They're in good form at the moment.
So here they go out the centre again. Anyang had hands to it. Good advantage there. But it'll go straight into the hands of Johnny Reid. He reads it well, you might say.
Yes. He's like a brick wall.
Gets it out to Potter. Little bit of a dance step there from the elusive number 21. They send it in long, but at the other end, another defensive mark. So fullbacks, halfbacks standing tall at the moment here on both sides. So it looks like it's been turned over. So some funny things happening inside 50 at the moment. It's with Hugh O'Leary. Spots something he likes there on the lead. I don't know if there's been a bit of ill discipline by Broadview in there, but Spock have come out with the advantage here, and of course it's with Russell. So just really athletic lead there. He knows exactly when to go. He knows, how to lose his player, and if it's popped out in front of him like that, he's going to get it every time. So Russell here on a bit of a sharp angle, but it's his home oval, and a little bit of a spray off the boot there. So the first point to Spot here on the board. They move to 3-1-19, Broadview 1-2-8. Broadview had a hot start, but they've been struggling, had a yellow card against them, and the Tide seem to have turned the way of Spock here.
Yeah, well, they've kicked the last three, the home team, and they're going to be attacking again through Ben McGill here. Gee, he's been very, very prominent early. Ben McGill brought his own football in the first quarter. So decides to pop it up more towards the pocket. Big fist from behind. And there's actually a shot on goal, which is going to end up as a last touch. So
probably wouldn't claim it as a shot on goal after that result.
Not a shot forward towards the goal. But Broadview, you're right. They just need to regroup a bit here. I mean, these are the games we said when there's expectation, but they've decided to go, right up the middle. Excellent kick. Oh, Manning might have been pushed off there by Faye. Nothing from the umpire. Both players going hard again to look at it, to try and go after it. Now it's picked up by Higgins. He's tackled immediately. And we'll have a ball up. Forward to centre here for the home side. And Yang tries to go over the top but can't. Little tackled immediately. Going nowhere. We'll have a secondary stoppage here in the middle. Ball goes forward in towards forward 50, but relieving mark will be taken there by Broadview. Decide to go down the outer wing. Two goes at it, Duncan. Couldn't complete the mark. Does get the handball off though, but Broadview again. O'Leary's kick towards centre half back. Now the ball goes in towards the centre. Maybe got a little bit of a shove there. Umpire saw it. Carlisle. He's got the ball. He's going to swing around on his left. Decides to go short to Danielli. He's been prominent too. Also Sam Danielli. He pops it up. Out comes Ralph on the lead. Can't quite get to it. Behind there was Stuart Rattray. His handball doesn't quite hit the mark. O'Leary busy, tackled high, surely, yes. Umpire agrees. And on the siren here, Cooper O'Leary will have the chance to break the run of 3 goals by the home side and reduce this margin back to 5. So all eyes on O'Leary. Tight angle though. Probably needs to pop this one right at the far goalpost and just let it fade. That doesn't look like it's too bad. Big goal, Cooper O'Leary. Excellent shot there from deep in the pocket, and that margin has been reduced to 5 points. There's a little bit of gold right at the end of the first quarter by Cooper O'Leary.
Yeah, that's a huge moment. Just, give them some energy going into quarter time. They were on the back foot for, the later half of that quarter, absolutely. And just, under siege, the defenders had to work so hard. So putting that through under pressure on the siren, don't mind that. Yeah,
well, there you go. Well played, Cooper O'Leary. 5 points of margin here at quarter time. We're going to go to a short break. So thanks to Sports Interactive and Dartfish. Our broadcast is brought to you today by Buddy Bet, and we'll be back shortly for the second quarter. Hot start here, 5 points of margin.
2, 1.
And we're back here at Caterer Oval for the start of the second quarter between St. Peter's and Broadview. Bit of a tight tussle in that quarter, but Spock ended up on top, leading by 5 points. But there was a goal to Broadview on the siren to Cooper O'Leary. A bit of a clutch moment there, so they might have the energy coming into this quarter, Vince.
Yeah, well, they certainly should have some momentum finishing off that quarter with that excellent shot from the boundary by Cooper O'Leary. But, yeah, intriguing start to this game. Like I said, a little bit of undiscipline. We saw McKinnon Collins get shown the yellow card, so he will be busting to get back out there and make amends. So let's see what happens here. Lockwood gets the tap down. Handball forward there by Day. Manning gets the handball out. Little just goes with the short kick. It's a good one. Oh, the mark is spilt and dropped there when it should have been taken. Now the pack's going to form. Quick handball comes up from Caterer, which is good. Short kick is good too. Dowling. Dowling runs to the man on the mark, goes long inside, forward 50. 2 from behind there. Fergus gets the thump forward, goes there to McKenzie. His kick goes out wide. 1-on-1, good battle. Bill Perio manages to get a fist on it, does well. Over to Frodos. His kick is into the middle. Higgins has got it just outside 50. So bright start. He decides to look for a lead. Going for Russell. Can't quite take it at the back. Rhodes pops it up. Could be dangerous, that kick. He's set Manning a task. He's actually got 2 now. McGill has a bit of an airy. It's picked up now by Flanagan. Flanagan runs his full measure. Oh, look, take a bounce, man. Lucky he did. Now goes with the handball. Little. Again, the handball slapped forward there by Carlisle. Bit of messing around here. Or was that a trip? Not paid. Little's going to end up with it now. He just slams it on the boot. Gets the ball inside forward 50. Well, they got it in there eventually. Probably not anywhere near how they wanted to, but it's ended up with Bill Perio, and his kick goes out wide to the Adonis.
There he is. I don't know if there's a heavy footy out there at the moment, but people struggling to hold it in their hands. As I say that, Anyang's taken a nice defensive mark. Goes out wide straight away. This is better footy from Broadview. He went to a 1-on-1 there. Infringed in the contest there. The ball will go back to Mackenzie. Sees something he likes there, and there was a player all on his own. That was Day. Looks like a bit beyond his range. Is about 60 metres out. Goes into the pocket and hits up a teammate pretty easily in the end in Ralph. So, just a bit more settled footy there from Broadview, just getting hands to it, taking marks. As I said before that, the footy looked like it was a bit heavy or something, as people were struggling to pick it up and grab it in their hands. We have a crucial shot here from Ralph. It's very wide and a bit far out, but he's backing himself in. Distance, just a little bit of an issue there, and it'll be pushed through for a rush behind. But Broadview, first ones on the scoreboard for this second quarter here. They're just trying to inch that lead back. They're now just 4 points behind.
Yeah, so 4 points here. Lockwood with the big fist through the goal. So Johnny be good. Lovely long kick. But, excellent. One take mark there from Flanagan. Decides to go inside. Does well. Daniele being very impressive. Very good game last week, Sam Daniele. Being very good again today. Is he lining up? Looks like he's a fair way out. No, he's looking around. Doesn't think he can quite make it. Now he's called to play on. Goes out looking there for Anyang. Does well. Anyang got free. Maybe they're happy for him to take the ball out there on the boundary, just inside the boundary line. So another opportunity for the Tigers to hit the front here early in the second. We played 4 minutes. So Anyang not looking overly confident from where he is either. Now decides to go back. Got the Michael Holding run up there, Chol Anyang. In he comes. That's longer than Ben Brown. Getting plenty of support from the crowd in that pocket. Chol Lan Yang gets on a bad kick again. That big fist from Lockwood slaps it through for a behind.
Very reliable. That's what you like in a big ruckman. Just knows when to put it through like that. But yeah, An Yang didn't look super confident from that angle. I probably wouldn't either. It's very tight down there in that pocket. So they have to try and clear it out this time through Reid. He'll be looking for one of his own teammates this time, you'd hope. But it's cleared again by Broadview. They send it long, just dropped a little bit short of Danielle. And they just found it.
How good was his pickup?
Easy mark there.
Wow.
Well done there by Manning. Just almost seemed a bit too easy there.
What a pickup by Sam Danielli there.
Yeah.
Right on the half volley, got the handball up and the kick came into Manning. Fantastic bit of play.
Really was. So they've stepped up here this quarter, I think, Broadview. Be Manning here. Look to put his side back in front. Kick looks good. Is it drifting to the right? though? It is. So just a single point there to Manning. So Broadview start the quarter with 3 behind. They're trying to get the lead back the hard way at the moment. It's just 2 points now. Ball's already come down towards the Spock end, but Broadview are on top of it again. They try and go through the middle. Ball kind of came across that mud patch there. Tackle there was good, but maybe a little bit high. Just a little bit clumsy there by Wilson. It'll be Spock with the free kick. We're looking to have an answer here. Broadview have had inside 50 after inside 50 early here. It's not going to happen that way, but they send it in eventually. They're looking for Russell again. Higgins is around the mark as well. They'll try and clear it out now, and easy mark in the end. It was taken by Flanagan. Got his headband there to keep the hair out of his eyes, just so he can spot up a teammate like that in Wilson. Wilson plays on. Kick didn't look like it was great, but he got it to Daniele anyway. Goes through Mackenzie. Try to go by hand. It was under siege almost there, was Day. Still got the kick off though. But they're doing well here. Belperio for Spock. They're working hard here, but the forwards for Broadview are working harder. Looking for a pass here. So Leary again, the hero of the quarter time. Picked a goal there. That one was a bit out of his range, but almost too easy. He's found Carlisle. Good settling moment there by Broadview. They're just looking a lot more classy at the moment. Had a bit of a downward moment where they were slapped with a yellow card, but I think the coach would have said, pull your heads in, boys, and it looks like that's what they've done. So Carlisle here with the shot, and that's gone to the left-hand side. So another behind here for Broadview. I don't want to tell the forwards how to do their job, but if you want to get in front, I would suggest putting one through the big sticks.
Well, let's just say that they'd be a little bit frustrated in the opening 8 minutes of this second quarter. They've had all the play and are not applying scoreboard pressure, and we know what that can do later in the game. You don't put your opponents away and you end up paying the price. But they're going to go in towards the 50 again. Long kick comes out wide. All by himself there, Fergus. Up the ground from the back line. Sees something he likes. It's going towards Russell. Can't take the mark. A little bit of holding potentially. Bill Perio's got it, going to run it through, and we're tied up here at 19 apiece. So Reid gets it in quickly. He's found Allen. He goes short as well. So ball at half back. It's 19 each of 2. Kick goes out wide. Oh, straight through the hands, but over the boundary line, and we will have a boundary throw in, 4 to centre here for the Tigers. So Anyang, Potter, ball allowed to get to the ground, but Spock now have the opportunity. Relieving mark, good one taken by Manning. Decides to come out towards the commentary side. It's a one-on-one. Gee, McGill's closing speed was brilliant there on Hodby.
Oh, well done.
And now, wow, Ben McGill, fantastic second effort. Excellent tackle applied there on Wilson. And he decides to go short. Now the kick's going to come inside forward 50. Pack's going to form. Oh, fantastic mark has been taken right in front. And after, this is exactly what happens after all the pressure of the first 10 minutes. We could have one shot on goal here from the Blues, and Higgins can actually then end up outscoring Broadview with this one kick. So that's just amazing. They will be highly frustrated at the moment, Broadview. 5 shots on goal, every single one of them missed. And Higgins at the other end, Spock, 1 shot on goal, 6 points, and wow, that hurts.
Oh, it sure will. And as you said, it'd be super frustrating. They've had all the play, they've had all the inside 50s. Spot get one down here and bang, they've put it through. And that's it. If you're scoring goals instead of points, you're going to be looking a lot better on the scoreboard. And, you know, 4-1 looks a lot prettier than 2-7. Goodness me. So, Spock here with the accuracy and with the lead. So,
yeah, 5 scoring shots to 9.
Anyway, we'll see who can respond here, because Spock are doing it the easy way and they try and do it again. Ball spills past a few, little bit of a soccer here. Who can get to it first? It was Broadview. Wrapped up straight away in a tackle by Faye. Did well there. The ball up top of the Spock 50 here, dangerous spot. Anyang got first hands to it, got good support here from Daniele. Just couldn't quite get it. Ball might be a little bit slippery. Potter just sends one in long. He's got support here. It went in the hands of Dowling. The goal square's empty and it's another one. 2 from 2 to Spock. And they are absolutely making Broadview pay here for not converting those goals when they had the chance. So, huge moments here from Spock. Their forward pressure's been great. They've just sent it in and goal after goal.
Yeah, 2 in 2 minutes, and that will infuriate Matthew Burgess. That they've had those 2 inside 50s and have had 2 maximum returns after all the work that they did in the first 10 minutes. But kudos to the Saints defence, you know, led by Reid and Bel Perrier's been everywhere in that back line, and they held up. They didn't allow any goals, and they've just come back. And look at that, Potter straight down to Higgins, and away they go again. But the intercept, this man's brought his own football as well. Daniele goes out towards Carlisle. So Carlisle now, he's going to go right towards the hot spot at centre half forward. Saw something he liked. They couldn't quite take the mark. Russell tackled immediately there by Stuart Rattray, another one who's been very impressive in that Spock defence. And umpire will come in. We'll have a ball up. Dangerous spot here. Ralph goes up. Quick kick comes out there. Is it going to stay in? It is going to stay in. And Roberts, good to see he's recovered from that knock in the first quarter. So Roberts now up towards the pack. Big pack forms. It's punched over by Fergus. They've managed to get the ball up to almost centre wing here, the Blues. Making the most of their opportunities. So McKinnon Collins that time, back on the ground. Gets the ball to O'Leary. Goes into the pocket looking for Russell. Ball spoiled. It's going to spill over the boundary line. And we're here for a boundary throw-in. About 40 metres around from the Broadview goal.
Yeah, and defensive Spock doing really well just to push Broadview out into those pockets. You know, the shots are a lot harder to take from out there. And here they go again. There's a huge kick just towards the centre of the ground. Who can get under it? No one could chase it in time. Going to be a bit of a race to who can get it here. That's got to be holding the ball, surely. Just dropped it there. It did Dowling. So back with Broadview. They got to sort something out in that forward line here, because 5 points in a quarter isn't going to win you the game. And try again. Oh, just a bit of an awkward contest there. And they'll go again. Spock just trying to attack at all costs. Don't mind that footy from them. Here goes Broadview again. They're looking to switch here. Probably the best option. Fergus. Nice long kick. Knows where it's going to. Hit his teammate straight on the chest. Back with Cooper. Oh, Modra, sorry. They go back again. Back to go forward. Oh, a little bit of candy there. Had some time for it, but forward line, it was all Spock there. They're setting up really well in defence. And you can just see all blues there. They're all just ready to cut that off straight away. Got a really good setup there in defence. Ball will go up just outside the Broadview 50. Just a bit of a hat kick out there out of defence. We've all done those before. Ball dancing around the boundary line here, the ball. Couple thrown off the ball. Umpire says no, I'll wait for it to go over the boundary line. So we'll have a throw in just in front of the Broadview bench.
So ball's going to come in just forward to centre wing here for the home team. Neither ruckman could actually get to that contest. Ball picked up by Caterer. His kick smothered. Little ends up with O'Leary, all by hand. Excellent intercept, but then he's just dropped the ball. McKinnon Collins tackled without it, and he'll get the free kick. Think he played that well, McKinnon Collins. Gets it out wide to Ferguson. He spotted something in the pocket, but Russell's led to the ball. And that's an excellent mark. Might be Belperio there again. Wow, what a game he's playing in defence.
He is.
So, keeps it nice and wide, looking for Lockwood. Gets two hands on it, couldn't quite hold it. Ball's going to end up spilling over the boundary line in the hands of Hamish Allen. And we're right back where we were about 30 seconds ago. Just forward to centre, boundary throw in. So this time it's Lockwood, got the height over McKinnon Collins, gets it down. McKinnon Collins actually doing the roving. Handball there from O'Leary, it's smothered. Now the pack's forming. Oh, it has popped out. Daniele's handball wide to O'Leary, to Watts. Watts has kicked the ball into the crowd almost. And the relieving kick here will be taken from about half back, and the ball will come to centre wing.
So goes up long and high, really big pack forming. We're starting to see those big numbers around the contest again, getting very crowded there. So we'll have another stoppage here, almost on the centre wing. The players have at least listened and started playing more on this side of the ground, so I'll give them a thumbs up for that. Good ruck contest there. I think both rucks holding each other, so nothing to see there. Kick pops out. They need to hit someone up forward there, Broadview, but the forward line's empty. As I said, those numbers just pushing up all around the ball at the moment. Broadview kicks in through Ferguson. Basically just had the one-on-one there, and that's it. And there's Belperio again. He's just everywhere. He's ready to clean up the mess. And they switch straight away, do Spock. Just 1, 2, 3 bounces along there. They push out to that far side wing, and they're just looking a lot more classy in the disposal at the moment. Spock all on their own in the forward line. Goodness me. It's a bit of a disaster here at the moment. It's in the hands of Russell though. He's been dangerous. Finds a little target up close, and that's Dowling. So Dowling will have a kick from the far right hand pocket. Probably be about 25 metres out. A shot he should have probably taken many times before on this ground. See what he can do with it here. Dowling play has been all with Spock at the moment. The early crow there from the goal square. They knew that was going straight through. Dowling makes absolutely no mistake. So Spock on a little bit of a heater here at the moment, you might say. So they move to 6 goals, 1-37. Broadview absolutely need to respond here because they trail to 7-19.
Wow, so the second time in this match they've kicked 3 in a row. And that's how they've got their 6. They've withstood the early barrage in both quarters and managed then to wrestle back momentum and kick 3 in a row. Now, what can Broadview do here to respond? 5th spot is up for grabs. McKinnon Collins. Lockwood decides not to go for it, but he hits it straight down to Higgins. He gives it to Lockwood. Kick inside forward 50. Oh, gee. Players were going both ways at that ball. Handball eludes Fay. Modra here, going to be tackled immediately. And that's not going.
Oh,
it is going.
That's rough.
Holding the ball. Gee, that was a little bit stiff, but Fay's got it. And he's going to be sending the Blues back into forward 50. Oh, Mark's just dropped there. And Yang just goes the little kick, looking for Little. Spins around, not sure where to go. Spots something in the middle. Yeah, wall spotted. And McKinnon Collins takes the mark. Handballs on straight away. Daniele, possession number 300. Goes in towards forward 50. Russell hasn't got in the game at all yet today. Lockwood's handball is good. And now the relieving kick comes out towards the centre. That must be a free kick for holding. It is. And just a break in play here. So Manning's got it. Is he going to switch? Watts is calling for the switch, but no. He decides to go to the other side of the ground looking for O'Leary. Good. 1-2. Got it. Centre wing. Cooper O'Leary. Or if you need to find something. 3 goals the margin. He decides to go up towards centre half forward. Oh, McKinnon Collins out-bodied there. Is that Johnny Reid again? What a great interceptor he is. Well, this ball's going to end up wide out here with McGill's. Found some space over on the commentary side. Leads on from Dowling, but ignored. Goes a little bit shorter. So they're slowly working the ball from outside their defensive 50 here. Western side of the ground. Now the kick is going to go long. Pack's going to form. Punch from behind by Watts. Oh, almost landed on Lockwood there. McGill again. Oh, what a good handball that was in tight space. And that allows the short kick. And now the opportunity for the Blues. It's going to be a one-on-one. Russell!
Oh, too good.
Well done there by Brett Russell. Bodied. Used his body to perfection. Withstood and held out right in the drop zone and took a very, very good mark. So Brett Russell, well done. Now that's almost the easy part. This could be the hard part. About a 45-degree angle, not far out. It's not a question of distance, it's a question of accuracy. You would have heard that answer. Brett Russell's got his second for the day, and 4 straight now to the home side. Sees them scoot out to a 4-goal lead, 7-1, 43. Broadview absolutely anchored here on 2-7-19.
And they're up and about the Blues. You can hear the energy when their teammates are kicking for goal, and they're just bring a lot of energy. They're a very positive atmosphere out there, I think, and it's really showing in the way they're playing. I really like the way that they're attacking at the moment. They defended really hard early in this quarter when the pressure was on, and now they're just enjoying their time in the forward line, putting those scores on the board. So they go back in the centre now. Lockwood just tries to do it all himself. Don't mind that at all. Here they go again, straight back inside 50. Just absolutely putting this Broadview defence under pressure. Doing really well here, Spock. They can lock it in their 50 here, probably about 30 metres out for them. Lockwood goes up, very strong in the contest. Tackle was a little bit high, but it was a little bit of a duck there, so umpire lets it go. What's he going to do? It's a stoppage, so haven't moved very far at all. Just tells him to settle a little bit here, does the umpire. They go up again. Lockwood gets first hands to it. Quick kick tried to come out the pack. It was Daniele. He's got hands to it, but gone straight to Johnny Reid, and he just comes from everywhere and takes those marks. Goodness me. Sends it in. He's got options. Got caught behind there, did Russell. And that'll be the siren. That's all they wrote for this first half here. And Spock have just put together an absolutely outstanding quarter where they put on 4 goals, and all Broadview could muster was 5 behind.
Wow, what a finish to that quarter by the home team. That sees them lead by 24 points, and I can smell a bit of an upset here. 4 goals the margin. Spock trying to keep their season alive here and have the opportunity to stay in Division 1. Broadview in prime position here for 5th spot. They really need to regroup and find a way to get themselves back in this game. They certainly haven't had enough. They've had the opportunities, but haven't had enough accuracy. 2 goals 7. You can see Spock coming in and getting the cheers from their first half from the home team. Broadview out in the middle of the ground, and I'm sure that Jay O'Leary will be having some words to the rest of his team, just reiterating how important this second half is now coming up. They have to get a win today if they would like to put themselves in pole position for 5th spot.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, good idea to just get the group together. They've still got another half of footy to play, but they've really got to, turn their mindset around here, and just they're gonna have to dig in, because they've put themselves on the back foot here.
They've had the opportunities, they just have not taken them, and a lot of them really, some of those shots early in that second quarter, they probably should have put through, but hopefully they can turn that around in the second half. We're going to go to a short break here now, and we'll be back for this second half. This is going to be very intriguing to see how this one plays out. So the drizzle has set in here over half time, and that's just going to add to the Tigers' woes at the moment. They are in the thick of it, shooting for the last remaining spot in the top 5 to extend their season into September, but they have got it all ahead of them here, trailing by 24 points at half time.
Yeah, they are, and you can see them doing their little warm-up here. They're in a nice tight huddle now, Broadview. They're really trying to will themselves back into this game, and they're going to have to come out firing at the start of this second half.
Yeah, they're certainly going to have to, well, they're going to have to start this quarter like they did the last two. They just need to get some scoreboard pressure. They will rue those missed opportunities in the second quarter, and they paid for it absolutely big time when they were unable in the first 10 minutes to put the ball through the big sticks, and then the Blues went down and went bang, bang, 2 goals in 2 minutes in the 11th and 12th minute, and that just set them up for the rest of that quarter and gave them the belief, and they added 2 more, and that is the margin, those 4 goals at half time. So a couple of minutes here as teams are just starting to move into position. Very, very interesting to see what Matthew Burgess would have said to his team at half time about the importance of this game. They're in reasonable nick. You know, they've had 2 good wins and then a very, very strong performance against the league leaders last week. But the side they're playing's in good nick too. You know, they've sort of turned their season around and give themselves a chance to stay up. And now it's just another opportunity for them with 2 tough games to finish. The Blues on if they can get this win and keep themselves in the hunt with an opportunity to stay in Division 1. So very intriguing contest. They lead by 4 goals. Can they hang on to this 4-goal lead?
Well, the start of this quarter is going to be absolutely huge, I think. So, can only go from there. Is this going to be the same teams we saw in the first half, or is it going to be something different? So Potter goes up there, just does his own thing there with Higgins. Umpire's saying something there. The freeze going straight to Duncan, the captain for Spock. You can see he's been working hard because that Guernsey's nice and dirty. Been spending a lot of time down there. First forward entry going to Spock, and they don't want to let it out there. They'll cause the stoppage early. It's what they would have wanted, just to lock it in immediately. They can work hard from here. Ball goes up. Anyang with first hands to it. Fierce tackle there from Daniele. Ends up winning the free for it. Plays on straight away. Sends it straight into that mud pit in the middle of the ground. Here go Broadview. They're on the move already. Ready to go nice and quickly. Kick goes in. There's a one-on-one. Russell's looking for it. He's been awfully quiet. Got a boot to it, but kicked it to the opposition. But we will have a stoppage here in the Broadview 50.
Good transition of play there. Might have thought O'Leary could have gone in and actually gone all the way there, but didn't. Ralph gets it down to Cooper O'Leary. Cooper O'Leary, it's touched, is it? Yes.
Ooh.
Well, the call went up early. That's a minor score. So, opening score goes to the visitors. So, bright start for them, but again, they've got to put the score on the board with some scoreboard pressure. Good snap there by Cooper O'Leary, but just didn't clear the fingers. And out comes Reed. Decides to go to the outer side. Pack forms off hands. Daniele applies a tackling. Maybe this time he's caught a bit too high. He has. And Hazeman's got it. So wearing the number 21, we found that out. Guernsey change for him. Goes short to McGill. Back inside to Roberts. All inside the defensive 50. And he goes to Montgomery. So some good work here by the Blues. O'Leary's kick. Out towards Montgomery again. Now they're going out towards the wing. The ball's been intercepted. The first one there is Dowling. He's tackled, and we'll have a ball up just forward to centre here for the Tigers. Anyang and Potter, nothing happening there. Secondary stoppage. A lot of noise coming from...
Sure is.
Yeah, a lot of noise coming from the home dugout there. They've seen something there they don't like. Oh, clash at half forward. That's kicked off the ground. What's the umpire going to deem? Yes, that will be a deliberate. And Broadview here with the opportunity to go back inside forward 50.
Oh, they look to send it in. They've been forced wide yet again. Mark was almost taken by Hamish Allen. We'll try and get it out of there straight away. Little trying to do it all on his own. He'll earn the free for doing so. Just got pulled out of the contest there. Little, he just needs to hit up someone in this forward 50. We know he's got the skills to do it. Someone going to be there. McGill's coming at him. We know McGill's always going to be around it. They've been forced to switch now. They've been forced to go very far back now. Playing very defensive to go forward here are Broadview. It's not a good sign if they want to get ahead here. They've really got to attack. Almost a one-hander there to Russell. And he's earned the free kick anyway. And Russell's been very quiet today. Hasn't seen a lot of it up forward. But presented well. Nearly took it one-handed and ended up earning the free. So have a shot on goal here. It's a big moment really for Broadview. They just have to convert here. We've set it all in the second quarter. We've set it all in the lead up here. What can he do with it, Russell? Can he settle this team? Bit of a mongrel kick off the boot. Distance is not coming. Got O'Leary. Cooper O'Leary tries to do it all on his own. Bang! Gets it into the hands of McKinnon Collins and he puts it through. And they almost did it the most difficult way possible, I think. They're the Tigers, but a goal's a goal.
Well done. Oh, great play there by Cooper O'Leary to evade a couple and feed the handball to McKinnon Collins. Just was waiting there in the goal square. And that is a very, very pivotal moment in this game. Finally, Broadview get some reward for effort. And that's their third goal. They go to 26, 3-8-26, still trailing by 17 points, but they're on the board with a bit of scoreboard pressure and a bit of reward for a bright opening to this third quarter. So well done there to McKinnon Collins. 5 minutes in. And that's their first goal since Cooper O'Leary actually kicked one just on the quarter time siren. So well done to the Tigers. Let's see what they can do to respond here. The Blues, the tap from Anyang, going nowhere. Daniele applying. Geez, he's had a lot of tackles today too, Sam Daniele, having an excellent game. It's going to be up again. Anyang gets it down again. Higgins, handball up in the air, but here goes Daniele again. Goes with the pass, looking and finding a teammate there in Elex Day. And Elex Day, who kicked the opening goal of the game, now an opportunity to kick his second, and suddenly can we see Broadview potentially with 2 goals in 2 minutes? Going to kick from about 40, so probably 45 he'll be kicking at. Man on the mark there, Hugh Hazeman at about 40 out. So Elex Day, oh, this is another big kick. Gee, he puts this through and it's game on here. 17 points the margin. And it smacks the post, so only the one there. A little bit unlucky there, Elex Day. So only the minor score, but Broadview coming out very impressively early in this third quarter.
They are. That was a lot better footy from the Tigers. Can Spock respond here? Kick out is sent very long. Got a one-on-one there. Work was good there from Fergus for the Tigers. Got himself under it. We'll have a throw in here on the wing, just to the advantage of Broadview's goal here. Next few minutes are very critical in this game. Huge third quarter we're covering here. Ball goes up. Anyang gets into it. You can hear a lot of voices around the ball at the moment. Those numbers all coming around the ball. It'll be another stoppage. Ball wasn't going anywhere. Little's at the bottom of the pack. We've seen that all day. They go up again. Anyang, great tap there. They send it in. The punch came through from Reid. He's been doing it all day. Kick comes off the boots into the goal square, and the punch comes through. Well done there by Montgomery. Just to rush it through, get the big fist on there. Another point, but the pressure's really on here for Spock. They haven't been able to clear it sort of past halfway. Try the same spot they did last time. They'll be hoping for a different outcome, but doesn't look like it at all. Jay O'Leary here's got plenty of time with it. Sees something he likes. They've got numbers there, but just didn't talk there. Did not sort it out in the forward line at all there. McGill overran it. He's going to pay for it, and we'll end up with a stoppage here. But goodness me, a bit of malfunction in the forward line there.
Oh, there was opportunity lost there. It was a good pickup from O'Leary, but he was tackled immediately. Up it goes. Oh, no one on the ruck contest there. It allows McKenzie to get it all by himself. In towards forward line. Russell can't quite take the mark. Now Butters up looking to get the handball out. McKinnon Collins gets it to O'Leary. O'Leary kicks the goal. Oh, game on. Margin back to single figures. It's 9 points the margin, and Broadview 2 goals 3 in this quarter now. Spock yet to trouble the scorers, and they have really come out as a different side, and a side that you'd expect to be playing the way that they are, considering they're fighting for 5th spot. So well done to Broadview. How are Spock now going to respond?
Well, they've got to do something here. I mean, O'Leary's just really stepped up for his team in this quarter. He set up the first goal for the quarter. He put the second one through himself. So the pressure rolls all the way back onto Spock now, because Broadview just really heating here at the moment. It comes through the centre. Lockwood gets hands to it. We've seen him do that all day. Just not falling the same way as it did early. But Rodos, he sends the kick out. What can they do with it here? They'll probably take the stoppage. Wasn't really much of a lead up there, as Rodos had just thrown it in there. So we'll have the stoppage here. Lockwood went down, but it's with Broadview now. They're just all over it at the moment, and they just keep attacking. They look to come down the line towards us here in the broadcast, but it's cut off by Marcus Roberts. He's got to settle this team now. He's got to find a teammate here. A lot of numbers down the line. He chooses to kick there, and contest really was won there by Anyang. He got to the front. Umpire's seen something here. Player's not quite sure who it's going to be with, but it's with Dowling for Spock. He's kicked a few today, but well outside his range, nowhere near the 50. Oh, went up there, did Higgins. A little bit of a fly for the ball, but no one able to take the mark there. And a little bit more frantic footy we're seeing here from Spock. They're a lot more composed in that second quarter. They know the pressure's on now. They have to respond here. Here we go for the stoppage again, and it's just all clean hands to Broadview at the moment. They're just seeing it a lot better now. It's with Carlisle doing everything right at the moment, the Tigers. We said they need to turn it around at half-time, and so far they have. Straight into the hands of Elex. Day just saw it a lot better than his opponent there. Goes again, all on his own. There is Hodby. It's a little bit sloppy from the Spock defence. They've got to turn it up here. He sends it in long to that sort of hotspot zone there. Well done there by Reid. But the hands are with Broadview. Bit of a drop there. Umpire saw it as well, and Spocker just got to settle it here and find some teammates.
Yeah, so O'Leary caught holding the ball. It's going to come out wide. Hamish Allen's got it right in front of us here. Decides to go out towards centre wing. Wilson with the spoil. But the ball falls through at the back there to Roberts. He goes with the long handball.
Oh.
And is that anything? It's got to be over the boundary line, surely. Yes, it is. Duncan in there.
Roberts
fighting
is down
for it.
too behind.
And clutching his right leg, right knee, it looks like, in a bit of strife. I think the umpire's just going to hold up there for a little while.
Oh, it doesn't look in a good way there.
So trainer's just coming out now.
Oh,
no, he's in a lot of strife there. Let's hope that that's just going to get him straight off the ground, not even through the interchange. So Duncan's got it. We're seeing Hazeman just come on now. And let's hope that's not too bad there for Marcus Roberts. But Duncan's kick goes long. A lot of players around the ball. All out by handball. Ends up with Caterer. His kick is high. Anyang slaps it over the boundary line. And we'll have a throw in. Around about 30 metres around from the spot goal. So a little bit of sustained pressure here from spot. Yet to trouble the scorers in this third quarter. We've played probably around about 12 minutes. So up it goes. Oh, Mackenzie thrown off of that around that contest there. Not sure what happened, but was the play going on? No, it's out on the full there. The kick from Caterer. So Tigers with a chance to clear. Let's see what they can do in transition here. Down by 9 points. Done all the running early in this third quarter. Just a bit of a lull in play. Now we've got the ball. And looks like the ball's going to go long down this side to Anyang and Lockwood that are looking for it. Or no, there's going to be a switch of play. They're going to go to the outer side. And good decision. Excellent mark taken there by Mackenzie. So here's the transition we talked about. Opportunity here again. Pack forms, Rhodes. Can't quite get it out. Actually hasn't got control of the ball there. Umpire's going to come in and ball that up. And suddenly it's back inside Broadview's attacking 50. So it's McKinnon Collins. Lockwood takes it out of the air. Goes around on the left. Doesn't get a lot of distance there. Handball comes up looking for O'Leary. It's going to beat everyone over the boundary line. We'll have a ball in at the intersection of the 50 and the attacking zone here for the Tigers. And Yang back in now to take the ruck, but Lockwood gets one hand on it. No opportunity there. We'll have a third stoppage as the precipitation comes down again here. 9 points the margin.
Yeah, just getting a little bit more annoying there is that rain. Bit of holding in the ruck there. So we'll go to Lockwood. Just a few hands flying a bit too high there from Anyang. It'll be Lockwood. Just takes the easy kick there. It goes back to Lockwood by hand. He's going to be under pressure, but just fends that off quite literally. Sends it long, but in the hands of the opposition. Just need to be a little bit more composed here, do Spock. They're not able to line up their own teammates at the moment. Now it's Broadview. They look to come through more that attacking section of the ground. They push it out wide now. Bit more pressure here coming from the Spock defence, making it hard. Tackle almost laid there by Faye. Worked hard, but it comes in deep now. Good spoil there coming on the back from Reed. McGill's around it. He's always been around. He's been around it all day. So a lot of pressure here coming from both sides. We're seeing the turnovers here come and go. No real clear possession winner in that play. There's Little, gets the hands out the back, goes to go back to Little again. Down at the bottom of the pack. Another stoppage now, but still to the advantage of Broadview, just locking it down their end. Goes into the hands of McGill again. Tried to stand up there, did Ferguson. Umpire says we'll have another stoppage, so just a lot of bustling and hustling here at the moment.
Oh, it's a tight period of the game here. McKinnon Collins feeds out the handball, but it's going to be picked up here by Johnny Be Good. His kick goes out wide. Good kick from Reed to Higgins. And a little bit of relief here for Spock. They've weathered that bit of storm and sustained pressure. And now they got players everywhere here in the middle. Wow. De Cesare goes long, goes strong. It's a good kick. Excellent kick. Fantastic transition there from the home side. And once again, opportunity here to really make them pay on the scoreboard. So Russell, he's had a sighter from here earlier in the day. 9 points the margin. And this could really, really hurt. So, again, can they make the most of their opportunities here? In he comes. Brett Russell runs around on the left. Nice looking kick. Might not actually get there. It's going to land about 5 metres out. Spoil. Punched on. Daniele's got it. Breaks one tackle. Going to get a free kick. Tackle was a bit high there from Vrodos, so Daniele chips it out wide. Good kick. So Carlisle looking around, spots something he likes in the middle. Anyang has found himself free again. Oh, good mark. Under pressure too. Under lots of pressure there from Duncan. So well done by Anyang. Gets the handball to O'Leary inside forward 50. Punch from Potter. Under pressure here, the Spock defence. Oh, no. The kick spoiled. Montgomery's kick is spoiled. It's going to come out the handball. Now to Carter. His kick. Oh, McGill hit heavily. And umpire is going to give him the free kick there for that contact. Probably a little bit unwarranted, but so Ben McGill. He's actually had to go off here on the blood rule, so had to hand the ball over. So, well, I'll tell you what, there's a looks like it's going to be a David and Goliath interchange here. That's right. McGill off, Lockwood on. Geez, they won't. Don't put them in the same position. That won't work. So Belperio's got it. Actually, no, it's not. He's over here. He might end up with the ball here, Belperio. Sorry. It's Hazeman. My apologies, Hugh. His kick goes out wide. Slap forward there by Potter. But crumbs there taken by Fergus. Just puts it out into space. Races on. O'Leary applying the tackle. Ball's going to end up over the boundary line. Just forward to centre here for the Tigers. They trail by 9 points.
A lot of pressure here at the moment. Next goal is going to mean a lot in how this game plays out, I think. And Anyang just got to that contest before anyone else. A little bit clumsy afterwards. A little bit clumsy by everyone around the ball at the moment. Just a bit fumbly. No one can get it cleanly, so it'll be back with the umpires. Someone's got to come out on top here, but who's going to step up and which teams are going to be? Spock, they get the quick kick out. Read very well by Broadview though. We're going to play on now. Come inside 50, it's 1-on-1. Good contest there. They go again, Broadview. They got a second chance at it through Ryan. Sends it in. Oh, Mark just almost dropped there by Vrodos, but he still played it well. And it's a bit slippery in the middle there. It's Lockwood. He's on chase. Probably not the fastest on the field, so ends up back in the hands of the Tigers. Here they go again. They've had a few chances here and gone quite shallow into the 50. Not been able to make it happen. It was Ferguson here. He sends it in. He's looking for McKinnon Collins. The mark's not there though. They got space here now. It's Hazeman. He's got to get it cleanly here. He's got to get that kick on off the boot. Just twisting and turning there a bit and just could not hit up his teammate at all. So back in the hands of Jay O'Leary. They're going to switch straight away. They've got a lot of voice out here at the moment from Broadview. It's good to see. Here's Fergus. Pushed himself all the way out there and now he takes the bounce. Comes down inside 50. Again, looking for McKinnon Collins. Delivery wasn't great. Gonna have to do it by hand. Who is it? Don't tell me! Daniele! Just all too easy. He's on his own. What's he doing on his own?
Oh, don't let him get by his own. He brought his own football. That's why he was by himself and found himself directly in front from a very good handball and assists there. So well done to Broadview. They've got 3 now and the margin back to 3 points. So Sam Daniele, well, just continuing on from his very good game last week. And as we're now getting close to time on in this third quarter, and that is their 3rd goal for this quarter. They've kept Spock scoreless and the margin is back to 3 points. Hang on for this finish, folks, because they are coming home like a freight train here, the Tigers, in this second half. So up it goes. Anyang getting on top in the middle. Again, the kick's forward by Daniele O'Leary. Was he getting held? Going to go back at it again with Bill Perrier. It's been a good contest between those two. Tackle applied by Carlisle. Umpire not having any of that. And again, another opportunity here. Carlisle pushes his opponent out. Gets the handball to Daniele. Daniele's kick to a one-on-one in the goal square. He's going to follow up here. Ball goes off the ground, has an airy. Little applies the spoil on the kick. Higgins tackled immediately by McKinnon Collins. The pressure's really hot here from the Tigers. They've locked this ball in their forward half. And Spock, as they were earlier in the quarter, having trouble getting it out. Carlisle takes it out of the ruck. Gets a small kick out. It's getting paddled along there by Johnny Vrodos. Goes back in, picks it up now. Tackled immediately. Not getting out of there. Good tackle applied there by Elix Day, but it's really, really hot in the contest here at the moment. So Carlisle got the tap down. Elix Day couldn't quite shark it. And Ferguson will have a repeat stoppage. So it's just tightened up here again. This time Potter gets it down. Ferguson gets it out wide. Day's kick is going to be falling short and doesn't quite get to Russell, and the relieving mark taken by Bill Perrier, who has put it out here to Hazeman.
Hazeman, he's got to find a target here, and they've got to get it forward, Spock. They just have not been able to score in this quarter. It just trickles over the boundary line now. Got some good metres gained here, but they've got to push forward from here. Really struggled to get anything going past halfway in this quarter, and it's showing on the scoreboard that lead has diminished to 3 points, but that's what happens when you don't score. So ball coming in now. The ruck contest getting very hot in there, and again Anyang just getting a little bit on top there against Potter, doing very well in there. A lot of voice coming from the Broadview midfielders as well. They just got a little bit on top here in the energy stakes, I think, as well. There's Anyang again. Just a few bodies flying everywhere in there, and huge tackle in there laid by Nick Little. The pressure is coming thick and fast here. We'll have another stoppage. Again, a lot of voice here. A lot of tackles being laid. Higgins tries to take him down. Hamish Allen tries to take him down. Just Cesare tries to take his opponent down, but a lot of tackling here, not a lot of ball movement. Umpire throws it up again. Just goes bang there to Anyang. Goes off the boot a little, and the mark's taken in the end by Elex Day. And he's tried to push the mark forward there, just having a little bit of a chat to the umpire about where exactly the mark is here at the moment. With Bill Perrier standing it, but it'll be Elex Day. Taking that nice big run up.
Yeah, well, that's it. Now the forward just caught in front. The quick kick comes out, and that's what you got to do if you're a forward. You've got to get him, be in front, and be ready.
And here he goes now. This could be a huge moment. Looking back of the siren. Day, it's going to drop short. And wowee, 3/4 time. we've seen a real change, a real shift from what we saw in the second quarter there. Broadview just came out here and decided they wanted to get this game back on their terms, and that's what they've done.
Yeah, so 3-3 in that quarter to no score has reduced the margin from 24 to 3 points. So, wow, stay locked in for this one. 3 points of margin. The Tigers are coming. They've got 5th spot up for grabs. Probably last chance for Spock for them, with 2 very, very tough games to finish. That's a very important game for them as well. What a game and what a finish we're going to have here at Caterer Oval. Stay strapped in, folks. We're going to take a short break and come back with a momentous last quarter.
Whoa.
Wow, 3-3.
Wowee.
0-0-0.
Yeah.
7-1.
Oh, they won't be happy with that.
3-3-21. 5-10-40. And the margin is reduced to 3.
Wow.
Okay. Wow, Jesus, hard to pick. Been a lot of players that have had moments.
I know.
But no one's really had a standout. But I tell you, Anyang's quarter, that was, he got right on top. He started to get on top in the second quarter, and he got right on top in that quarter. And really, that's where it all starts, in the middle.
Yeah, he was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was really good that quarter. No. Him and Daniele probably been their 2 best players. It's a little bit hard. I actually really think that Johnny Reed's been actually St. Peter's best player in defence. Him and Bill Perio.
Yeah, they've done
really well. I mean, Doling's done well with his 3 goals as well, but they'd be further behind if it wasn't for Reed in particular.
Yeah.
He never gets beaten one-on-one. Yeah.
He reads it so well.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Like, just gets the fist on it every time.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah, he's been really, really impressive in defence.
Sydney 1, Essendon 1.
Oh.
And,
normal programming resumed there after a while.
And then Brisbane Crows starts in 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
And Matilda's.
Matilda's starting in half an hour.
Well.
Yeah.
So I'll be listening to that and then watching it when I get home.
Yeah.
Pepper's back in for Crows though, which is a good in.
Oh, yeah.
Shelley is the emergency substitute.
A sub.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rochelle's the sub.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, he's been not in good form since round 8.
Savage, round 8. God.
Since, like,
Geez, tough crowd.
Yeah.
since 3 weeks before his suspension, not been on.
I mean, that suspension was just idiotic. Like, what was he doing?
There was 3 weeks before he's been playing terribly.
Oh, silly. Oh, they're straight back out. Goodness gracious.
Alright, you can go out. We'll turn this on. You can go back. Mic's on.
Now, settle in for a huge last quarter down here at St. Peter's. It's just 3 points separating Spock and Broadview at the moment. Spock, no score in the third quarter. Can they come out here and put something on the board? Because if they don't, Broadview are going to run all over them. So here we go now. Umpire comes into the centre. Anyang was huge in that third quarter. Can he follow that up in this last quarter and just Ball stuck in that heavy mud. There's Anyang. That handball out massive. So he's already on fire here early. Putting that defence under pressure already is Broadview. O'Leary goes straight out the blocks, but it's going to drift to the right-hand side. So should be a kick in to Spock here, but been under pressure already. Inside 50 under the first minute against them. Kick goes up nice and high. Only ones flying up were Broadview players, and Anyang straight away just delivers here, 2 hands to it.
Geez, have we got thongs that size big enough to fit Chol Anyang? Since quarter time, he's just been immense.
Oh, there he goes, sends it in. Oh, I just couldn't quite sort out who was taking the mark there, did Spock, and it's almost out on the full there. Boundary line can be a bit flexible. If you were watching the footy last night in the AFL, some questionable boundary decisions.
It's a moving beast.
Come back in again, wrapped up already, so hot pressure already from the Tigers here.
So up it goes. Ball just pops out the back of the pack. There's a quick kick forwards, looking in front. Higgins can't quite take it, gets the handball out. Comes back now to Dowling. He decides to go out wide looking for Lockwood. Good punch there by Wilson. Puts that over the boundary line. Just 4 to centre wing here for Spot. See Lockwood moving up into the forward line here with Russell. So a couple of good tall targets there. But up it goes. Anyang, good tap again to Daniele. Gets it out now. Jack Fergus with the kick. Oh, geez. Shanked it. Lockwood's calling for it. That's where it's going. He's going to have to beat about 3. Punch from Fergus. O'Leary goes along the boundary line. Did they get a fingernail on that one? I don't think they did. Mackenzie did dive, but no luck. So Spock have it. He's going to go back across. Half back. Continue with that. Oh, that kick might have been dangerous there to Fahey. But he's taken it at centre half back. Looking for his skipper.
Ooh.
Almost intercepted again. Gee, this dangerous game they're playing here. But Duncan's got it. He's going to go long. Higgins is the intended target. Has to beat 2. Fergus actually probably had it on. Off the ground by Manning. Doesn't go far enough. And Big Potter's got it. Pops it up. It's going to land right on the 50. Punch from Rhodes. Players for Broadview numbers. Ends up with Manning. Oh, he's kicked to Cooper O'Leary on 2. O'Leary boots it forward. He might have done very well. It's going to go to McKinnon Collins. He slips. Has time to get up. Short kick does well. Mark's taken here by Elex Day. Looks like he might be in range here. And Elex Day with the opportunity to put the Tigers back in front for the first time since the 14-minute mark of the first quarter. So he kicked the opening goal of the game. Is he going to kick the opening goal of the last quarter? Day is hanging out to the near side, and he's missed. So for the 4th consecutive quarter in this game, the opening score is a behind to Broadview. Margin down to 2.
Oh, they're just creeping up slowly. You know they just want to put on a major here, and Spock absolutely need to put on a major because they haven't seen one since the 2nd quarter. They've got to work hard here. Here they go, just not really getting clean hands to it like they were in that 2nd quarter. They try again. Again, just very fumbly around here, that slippery ball. Broadview got numbers here. They can go. They're going to go. Fergus sends it in. Bit of a one-on-one here. be in the hands of Faye for Spock. They can go through the middle now. They've got Hazeman there. And it's smothered. The kick just not delivered very well at all. Broadview can make them pay here if they want to. Just overran it there. Did our mate Daniele, probably his only mistake for the day. They go again. They're just putting in second and third efforts here are the Tigers. McKinnon Collins pushed up pretty far for him today. Fergus, they try and do the same thing again, and just the absolute strength here from Mackenzie. Sends it into the 50. He might have just gone a bit too wide there, a bit ambitious, so that'll be a turnover, but they're just looking a lot more clean here at the moment, the Tigers.
So that kick inside forward 50 they'd be a bit disappointed with, and Hamish Ralph not able to get anything on it to stop it being out of bounds, but they've got it again. Little gets the handball to Hogby. He's bumped as he kicks, and that causes the kick to be intercepted there by Hazeman. So ball out wide, goes over the top of Higgins, off hands and out of bounds, just in front of Jay O'Leary. Centre wing, out of side. 2-point game, 7-1-43 to 5-11-41. 8 scoring shots to 16. But the team that has taken their chances today, quite rightly, is still in front. So McKillen Collins gets the handball to Daniele. Now they're running through the middle, and the kick goes up towards forward 50, a little bit ill-directed. O'Leary applies the tackle, does well. Now the cavalry comes. O'Leary again looking for the handball. Could have been almost tripped there. Bill Perrio's come out with it beautifully, but his kick is ill-directed. He's kicked it straight to Jaden Ryan. Gee. And now his kick is a little bit ill-directed. Going into the middle. Good, excellent pick-up. Fantastic tackle applied. Wow. Lockie de Cesare. So he does extremely well there. The tackle there on Darcy Modra had absolutely nowhere to go. So up it goes. Punch down there by Flanagan. Actually then comes and picks up, gets his own ball, gets the handball. McKinnon Collins in the 1-2. Flanagan. He's got to find a target, but it's a 2-on-1. And the mark there is taken by Reed. Once again, his kick's intercepted. He's coming in now. Modri's kicked the goal. Wow. Reed, first mistake of the day, intercepted. And the Tigers are in front. Tigers in front here, 6-11-47 to 7-1-43.
And finally, they just get ahead on the scoreboard. You feel like they've, been ahead in terms of how they've been performing out on the field, but the scoreboard wasn't speaking to that until now. But they've finally got their heads in front there, and this could be the start of them really building on the lead here. They definitely deserve the lead. They've worked hard. Probably haven't done it the easiest way possible, kicking all those points, but it's Broadview here. Just they've really taken control of this game after half time. Goes up in the centre now, thrown McKinnon Collins in there. They go again, just can't get it up here. Daniele again. He's just everywhere at the moment. Tried to take a little bit of a specky there, did Cooper O'Leary, and he knows that was in the back. Just trying to have a little moment there, wasn't to be. Spock now going down the line. They're just not quite finding those targets that they were in the first half of this game. They look to go in 50 towards Russell. Been a shining light in that forward line. The kick goes in. Where's it going to bounce? And just drifts to the right-hand side. But first real sort of attacking move that we've seen by Spock for, a long time now. Really struggled to go forward and score after half-time. The credit must go to the Tigers there. They absolutely lifted after Really getting shown how to play football in the second quarter, but since then they've turned it back on the Tigers. The kick out comes. Almost intercepted by Hamish Allen for Spock there, but they're just working harder on those second and third efforts at the moment, are the Tigers. Well, nice mark there taken though by Reid. He is really holding that back line together for Spock. Been forced to push up quite high here. Can he find a target in the forward 50? Anyang's there. Almost went to him. They've got numbers here, the Tigers. They should clear it out pretty easily. They do. McKinnon Collins. He's really sorted things out post getting sent off for a yellow card in the first quarter here. Here goes Spock again. They're trying to go by hand here. They've got to find a mark here. They're going for Russell. He goes up, but it was a 2-on-1. So someone's got to be free in that forward line. But just under so much pressure here, the Spock forwards. They just can't get hands on it.
Yeah, they've got it buried in their forward line deep here. And they look pretty well set up behind the ball here too. So it's got Lockwood and Anyang. They've been at it a fair bit of the day. Up it goes. Not going to quite get to either of them. And ball will be fisted out over the boundary line there in front of Dowling. We'll do it all again. 11 and a half minutes into the last quarter. Tigers by 3 points. Lockwood takes front position, slaps it over the back. Taken there by Allen. May have been tackled high. No, umpire says that was okay. So this time they'll ball it up. Top of the square. Ooh, Lockwood almost takes it out the ruck. Handball comes out to O'Leary. Little chip kick to Manning. Just went far enough, according to the umpire. So Manning's got it. Goes up the wing, off hands. Can't quite take it there. Ferguson over the boundary line, just in front of us here on the half-back flank. So it's Anyang and Lockwood again. Oh, that's not going to get anywhere near that one.
Goodness me.
Manning. Was he tackled high? Oh, someone was tackled without it there. O'Leary's can't quite get the hand on the ball. It's going to end up here with the Adonis. He decides to go off the ground. Ball beats Brett Russell, and now opportunity for Flanagan. His kick is good. Ends up now with the handball with Danny Ellie. Decides to go out wide. From behind, Potter. The game's hot at the moment. Allen, grubber kick. It's going to be intercepted. Handball, Little. Kick smothered. Then he applies the tackle. Wow, it's really, really hotting up here. 13 minutes, 3 points the margin.
Oh, there's a lot of pressure out there. You saw there with Little getting smothered, but I like how he laid the tackle again straight away. There's a lot of tackles happening out here. The crowd getting very invested in this game here. Just sense it could be a moment here that changes this game either way. Oh, crowd wants holding the ball. Umpire says, no thank you, I'll have it. We've got some very passionate supporters out here from both sides. Like to see people out here supporting their local footy. Toe poke, another soccer off the ground, bit of Matilda's action here, but ends up with Broadview. Tries to poke the little handball out there, goes for the second effort again. Was the only one that really wanted it there, Manning. But it goes against him in the end. Said he handballed it over the line. Bit rough for Manning because I think he was the only one that really wanted the ball in that contest, and he's been pinged, so it'll be with McGill. Got to kick it nice and high, and oh dear, the mark just wasn't quite taken there by Faye. The pressure's just coming from everywhere. Just really needed to hold on to that there, and they've got numbers here, do Broadview. Haven't got much in the forward line though, but they've got to make some distance here. And that's probably the best result there for the Tigers. That'll be a throw-in.
Yeah, it's lucky there. They got something on it, McKinnon Collins there. So they've got the ball up to half forward. 15 minutes into the last quarter here. Tight game, 3 points the margin. So out they go again. McKenzie pushes Potter out of the contest. Couldn't quite take it though. Stacks on the mill there. Charlie Allen and Lockie de Cesare applying the tackle. Potter gets it down this time. Only as far as McKenzie. Handball to O'Leary. Can't quite take it, Carlisle, so he gives an opportunity here for a clearing kick. Packs there. Anyang goes up high. Good grab.
Stop it.
Good grab. Well played. What a second half this man has had. Probably the best man on the ground in the second half. Just pops it up. He's spotted up someone there. The mark not taken there though. And once again, it's just a high clearing kick really to nothing. Oh, great mark taken. Is that by Faye? Excellent work. Courage shown. Gets it out wide. It's Hazeman. Hazeman's kick is up high. Russell, can he take it? No, he's paddled it forward. But where this man is everywhere. Up he goes. Anyang. He's just going to see it back through for a minor score. 2 points the margin now. Jaden Ryan's kick. Just out wide, another short kick. All this happening still inside their defensive 50 here. It's a bit early for keepings off. We're only just coming up to 17 minutes, but the kick's going to switch over here to O'Leary. He goes short, pops it up, good kick. Still inside their defensive 50 though. So now they're going to have to go down the line. The kick's high. Off hands again. And umpire will come in and ball it up. Still in the back half here for the Tigers. 17 and a half minutes, 2 points the margin.
Oh, the pressure is huge here at the moment. Play's not far from us at the moment, so you can hear everything that's going on. Got legged there. Broadview. Player was Jay O'Leary. Captain. Got to settle his team here. Next kick could be big. Just chooses the short, safe option. Probably the smartest thing to do. Got it to Ferguson. Again, probably still too long left in this game to be wasting time. Oh, everyone's had a chance to push back into the 50 now, so the defence does well there for Spock, but trying to come out with it here, the Tigers. Will Carter was trying to get it. Still in the hands of the Tigers. Where's it going? Points are still huge here at the moment. It's through, and it's Darcy Modra. And he just goes absolutely bang. Just a little bit clumsy there in the forward line, and he just manages to get hands to it, and it sort of dribbled to the ground. He picked it up and put it through. So Broadview here extending their lead. That could be a huge goal in terms of this game.
Boy, oh boy, 18 and a half minutes in this last quarter, and that ball just skittled through, and at the end, Darcy Modra's come in and kicked the only 2 goals of the last quarter. What an impact for him to have. So we're only a minute now out from time on, and that's a very, very important tiny bit of breathing space for the Tigers. They come from 4 goals down at half time to now lead by 8. So Lockwood gets it out of the ruck. Can't quite take it there, Duncan. Here's Vrodos trying to lift his side on the left. Ball's going to come up towards the forward 50. In front there, Wilson. Now applying the tackle. Good effort there by Wilson. Umpire will come in right in front of us here. Half forward for Spock. They need to respond. They haven't kicked a goal. Another tap down from Anyang to Daniele and Allen. And we'll do it all again. Lockwood takes front position. Gets it down to Daniele and Allen again. This time it comes out to Higgins. Daniele applies a tackle. Kick short to McGill. Here's the Adonis. He's going to go from 50. The Adonis! Oh, yes! What a goal! 2 points the margin here, 20 minutes in. And this game is back on.
Goodness gracious me. Rhodos just absolutely stepped up there. Spock haven't seen it between the two big sticks since the second quarter. To say they needed that is an understatement. They just needed to have a moment there. Rhodos steps up, has a moment. The kick was beautiful off the boot. Crowds erupted here for him. They still trail by 2 points to Spock, but that's a huge moment for them. Maybe give them some confidence coming into the time on of this last quarter. Lockwood gets a quick kick out of the ruck, but good defence there. It was in the hands of Ryan, just read it well. Pushes it across to Daniele. I think he said he'd had his 300th touch earlier, so that'd be about his 500th touch.
He's been everywhere, Daniele, today.
He has, just a very classy player, good operator. They've got numbers behind here if they want to switch, but they go down the line, the Tigers. Mark almost taken there by McKinnon Collins. Still trying to push forward. Belperio been very involved in defence today. Done quite well under pressure between him and Reid. Scoreboard could be a lot more in Broadview's favour, I think, if not the work of those two. So we'll have a throw in. Centre wing on the far side. They're trying to go here, Spock. They know they have to go. They got no choice. They got to kick a goal here, but Broadview, they're not going to let up. They worked hard to get in front, so they're not going to give it up that easily. Lockwood tried to tap it out the back, but got on the boot for Broadview. Just trickles into the 50. They really would just need to hold it up here, hoping for the stoppage. That's what they do. Almost towards the top of the Broadview 50 there. Can they make something happen here? It's happening in the ruck. Carlisle was in there, couldn't get a clean hand to it. We're just diving on top of it here. Hard to say how many minutes there'd be in the time on here, but we'd be looking at a couple of minutes to go maybe. We'll go again and just another stoppage.
Another stoppage. It's just tightened right up. Broadview won't mind this as the top clock continues to trickle down. Snap kick goes inside forward 50. Off hands. Here he is, Frodos. Goes on the right looking for a player and finding one here in Faye. So they've got the ball up to centre wing. They need to move. They're 2 points behind. So there's a snap kick. Oh, it's skittled through all the players there from Broadview. Now it comes in. Russell's got front position. Russell's got it. Russell's got it.
Wowee.
35 out. Very little angle to speak of. Well, could this be deja vu for the Tigers here? As last week, they've trailed for most of the day. They got their noses in front in the last quarter. And at a very similar time last week, they fell behind and then the siren went. Can Russell put another dagger into them again? Russell's kick is good!
Oh, and the crowd go absolutely wild for that. Russell, they've needed someone to step up in this quarter. Vrodos had his moment. Russell's just had his moment there. He's done what he has done all day when he's had the opportunity, which is just take it in the hands and put it through. And just a massive moment there for Spock. They regain the lead. Can they hold on to it?
Wow. So, 5 minutes ago, Broadview got an 8 point buffer. Daniele kicks out, great smother. Daniele again. Now it's Broadview's turn to go deep inside 450. Can they get the mark? McGill crumbs off, quick kick out. Lockwood has a couple of goes at it. Can't quite take it. Coming through strongly, Ferguson. His kick goes out wide. Can he find a target? Oh. No, he can't. McGill's got it. And he'll soak up all the time in the world here. They're calling for it long and wide, and that's where it goes. And the mark's taken. Is it inside the boundary? It is by Dowling.
Wow.
So Dowling, again. Umpire's called him to play on, just pops it up. They keep it wide. O'Leary from behind with the spoil. Now he's going to try and get it back again, and it ends up dribbling over the boundary line.
Oh dear. It's all happening here. Not sure how much time's left, but there couldn't be much left on this clock here. Spock just holding on. Anyang there takes it out of the ruck. Here they go, Spock. They just got to hold on to this lead now. The pressure's all on Broadview. They got to make something happen here if they want to regain this lead. 5th spot's on the line for them, as we've talked about. Coming through, tackle pressure is huge. Goodness me. We have another stoppage here in the middle of the ground. Punch comes out. Who's going to get hands to it? There's a few punches there. Quick kick comes out. Is it going to be out in the full? Is it going to stay in? It's out of bounds. And Spock to bring it in.
They're hanging on here, the Blues. Can't be long to go. This man, he started absolutely on fire, and he's finishing the same. McGill goes long to centre wing. Pack up. Lockwood had 2 hands at it, couldn't take it. Umpire's called a high tackle there on Wilson. So once again, Faye's got it. 27 minutes. Siren is imminent. I think Broadview are going to run out of time. They have run out of time. 4 points the margin. Magnificent game, magnificent win by St. Peter's Old Collegians here at their home ground at Caterer Oval. And, well, what will that do to 5th spot for Broadview? They would have come in expecting to win this game, but that is 4 of the last 6 the Blues have won now. And they are finishing the season and giving themselves a chance. 2 tough games to come, but all you can do is keep winning.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes, you know, when your back's against the wall, you've got nothing to lose. You know, they're trying to stay out of that relegation zone, so they've just put their heads over the ball. They've just really fought for it and decided that, no, they want to stay in Division 1 and they're going to do whatever they can to make it happen. So, a bit of an inspired fight here at the end. And a great win by Spock on their home ground. And there's been a lot of support here for the St. Peter's Old Colts. They had a big crowd setting out here to support them. But what a huge moment. The game just absolutely went up and down, but it's Spock here with the 4-point win. They didn't score in the 3rd quarter. They had to make something happen here, and they have, and Broadview be left wondering where it all went wrong. And I think we can say that that was in the 2nd quarter when they only scored the 5 points despite having the majority of the ball. So they'll probably think they've just let this one go here. And Spock, well, they live to fight another day in Division 1. They will take on Shock next week back here at Caterer Oval, so a huge game for them. We know Shock have been travelling really well, and then they'll take on Port Districts in round 18. For Broadview, they've got Old Ignatians next weekend at Karen Rolton Oval and Goodwood at home, and you'd say they just have to tick off those 2 wins and get it done, but it's going to come down to the absolute wire here as Spock getting a hero's welcome back into the change rooms, and they'll be singing that song very, very loudly. So great game here that we've witnessed at Caterer Oval. Thank you to everyone for tuning in to this contest. Only 2 minor rounds to go in this game, so as we sign off here, Spock with the win, 4 points. Thanks to Filming Footy, Dartfish, Sports Interactive, Sportal, and all our great sponsors here in the Adelaide Footy League. We'll see you next time.